Hello. In this session, we'll discuss about Dalton's law of partial pressure, its applications, and one or two numericals. What type of numericals can be asked, and the basis of Dalton's law. What Dalton's law says? It's very simple. P total is equals to partial pressure of A plus partial pressure of B. We are having A and B mixture. At constant temperature and volume. Okay, this is the law. What is PA, what is PB, we'll discuss in detail now. The total pressure of a non-reacting gaseous mixture, first important line, non-reacting gaseous mixture. That means A and B must not react with each other. For example, if you see ammonia and HCl, they will give you NH4Cl. That means this reaction is not possible. SO2 plus Cl2, sulfuryl chloride, not possible. CO plus Cl2, COCl2. For such kind of mixtures, we are not going to apply this law. This Dalton's law is not applicable for all such kind of mixtures. Okay, first condition is that must be A and B and C, whatever the number of gases you are taking, they must be non-reacting gases. First point. So, the total pressure exerted by a non-reacting gaseous mixture is equals to sum of the individual pressures. Sum of the individual pressures. What is the meaning of this? For example, this is a container of V volume, temperature is T fixed, A gas is there, okay now, and B gas is also there in this non-reacting gases. Together they are creating some pressure. Let us say the pressure is 1 atm, for example 1 atm. Now, under the same conditions, same volume, same temperature, you are taking only A. Now it is occupying the same volume. Now whatever the pressure created by A alone is called partial pressure. Partial pressure is the pressure created by a gas when it is taken alone and it is occupying the volume as the mixture was occupying. Mixture was also in V volume. Now this gas is also in V volume. Then in such kind of cases, the pressure is called as partial pressure. So this is the partial pressure concept. So individually it is occupying the pressure that you can call partial pressure. So what we say now here is the total pressure is equals to sum of the individual pressures, or you say sum of the partial pressures. That law is called as Dalton's law of partial pressure. Conditions: constant temperature and volume. Second condition, non-reacting gaseous mixture. Such mixtures are not allowed. We are not going to entertain them. Okay. Then they can ask you the partial pressure. If you want to calculate the partial pressure, then the formula is P total into mole fraction. We know how to find the mole fraction. Yes, mole fraction is equals to number of moles of that by total number of moles. Mole fraction is equals to number of moles of one gas by total number of moles. That is, as usual, we know. And partial pressure of A is equals to total pressure into mole fraction. If you, in the same way, partial pressure of B is equals to total pressure into mole fraction. Okay, this is Dalton's law. Nothing much about this. Okay, but interesting thing is aqueous tension. This word is very special, aqueous tension. I'll give you one line definition for this. That is saturated water vapor pressure. Saturated water vapor pressure is called aqueous tension. Aqueous tension means saturated water vapor pressure. What is the meaning of this? So generally what happens is, in your numericals, in your problem, they will give you a gas is collected over water. Okay, generally gases are collected over water. This statement also they will give you. Generally gases are collected over water, and when you are collecting a gas over water, there will be always water vapor. Above the surface of liquid water, there will be always water vapor, and the water vapor is always creating some pressure on the surface of the water. Okay, now that pressure is called generally water vapor. Okay, now water vapor pressure. And when the water vapor is saturated, the pressure created by those water vapor molecules is called aqueous tension. So aqueous tension is saturated water vapor pressure. Why we are using here saturated water vapor pressure? What is the use for us? Generally, whenever they mention that a gas is collected over water, then the meaning is the collected gas pressure is equals to pressure of gas plus aqueous tension also. If you want to calculate only the gas which you want to collect, for example, nitrogen gas you are collecting over water. If you want to go for only nitrogen gas, then whatever the pressure, what you are saying that I have collected the pressure, I have collected a gas mixture and the pressure is around 600 millimeters. Then you just check what is the aqueous tension at that temperature. Okay, at that particular temperature. That may be around 20, 30 like that. So if your calculated pressure is 600 and the aqueous tension is 20 or you say 30, whatever it is, 600 minus 20 or 600 minus 30 you need to do. Okay, now why that 20, 30 you are subtracting? That is nothing but aqueous tension. So when you are collecting over water, you are adding there actually water vapor. So pressure of collected gas is equals to your wanted gas which you are collecting plus aqueous tension. Okay, this type of this type of concepts are important in your numericals. Okay, second thing is what type of numericals they can ask. 1, 2 numericals we'll discuss here. First numerical is, question will be like this pattern. Equal masses of helium and methane are with 600 millimeter pressure at a given PV temperature and volume. Equal masses of helium and methane are with 600 millimeters of mercury pressure. What is the partial pressures? Okay, I'm not writing. I don't want to waste the time. What are the partial pressure they are asking? What is that formula? Partial pressure is equals to total pressure into mole fraction. Total pressure into mole fraction. So partial pressure of helium, if you want to calculate, then total pressure, that is 600 into mole fraction of helium. How to find the mole fraction of helium? So first you need to find number of moles of helium. What sentence they mentioned? Equal masses. Equal masses. So I am taking X mass, helium molecular mass is 4. Number of moles of methane, equal masses they mentioned, so I am taking X only. And methane molecular mass is 16. So total number of moles are X by 4 plus X by 16, that is equals to 5X by 16 if I am not wrong. Okay, number of moles of helium, number of moles of methane, total number of moles. So what you need to do here, 600 is the pressure given to you, millimeters pressure, 600 millimeters of mercury into mole fraction of helium means number of moles of helium by total number of moles, that is X by 4 by 5X by 16. If you simplify 4 4s, the 4 will come up, X cancel, 4 by 5 into 600, that will be 480 millimeters of mercury pressure. Okay, you can check later. 4 4s, 4 is coming up, 4 into 600, 2400 by 5 is 480 millimeters. Now, if you want to calculate the methane pressure, then total pressure, as it is a combination of only 2, you can directly subtract the pressure of helium. 600 minus 480 is equals to 120 millimeters. Otherwise, you can use the same formula. You can apply the same X by 16 by 5X by 16, you can find, you will get the same 120 value. So, one type of questions are these. They will be giving you total pressure and asking you the individual pressures. Just have a look at this. Look at this question. I will remove this part and I will give you one more numerical. This is important. These combinations are important. Most of the times in your entrance examination, these type of things will come if they don't want to go with any numerical. This pressure of collected gas I am not giving, just you remember this formula. Whenever it is applicable, you just, whenever in the question aqueous tension is there means, then you need to apply that, sir. One simple logic you can apply. See, second question what I am saying, 1 gram hydrogen, 7 gram nitrogen, 8 gram oxygen are present in simple language I am writing. I am not taking too much grammar English here. present in 11.2 liter vessel, you say, at 546 Kelvin temperature, or you say 273 degrees Celsius. Find P total and partial pressure of each gas. 1 gram hydrogen, 7 grams nitrogen, 8 grams oxygen. In 11.2 liters vessel, 546 Kelvin, find total pressure and pressure of each gas. To find the total pressure, you need PV is equal to nRT formula. V is there, R is gas constant, we know. Temperature is there, number of moles. 3 gases are there, you can take number of moles also because masses are given. So, first, number of moles of hydrogen. 1 gram, 2 is the molecular mass. Number of moles of nitrogen, 7 grams, N2, don't take 14, it is 28. 1 by 4. Number of moles of oxygen, 8 grams, 8 by 32, so 1 by 4 again. Number of moles of hydrogen, number of moles of nitrogen, number of moles of oxygen. Okay, now what you need to do? Total number of moles, N total. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 1. Total number of moles are 1. Individual number of moles also we know now. So you can go for mole fractions whenever you want. So before that, you need to apply PV is equal to nRT. As you know, PV is equal to nRT and you want to calculate P. So P is equal to nRT by V. So P is equals to nRT by V. What is N? N is number of moles. Number of moles is 1. What is R value? R value I am taking 0.0821. Units also I am writing here. There is no need to write. For your convenience I am writing. 1 mole. So temperature must be in Kelvin beta. Temperature must be in Kelvin. Luckily he has given in Kelvin only. So Kelvin, per Kelvin, Kelvin can be cancelled. 1 mole can be cancelled. Okay. nRT by V. Volume is given 11.2 liters in the question. 11.2 liters. So this liters will be cancelled. So you are going to get the answer in atmospheres. 1 into 0.0821 into 546 by 11.2 is equal to, if you solve this, you will be getting 4 atmospheres pressure. Okay, now how I am writing directly? It's simple logic. I made the temperature 546, double than our 273, normal STP conditions. So generally, second thing is volume I made 2 times down. So pressure you can apply P1, V1 by T1 is equals P2, V2 by T2. Our most common sense thing is when temperature is doubled, pressure doubled, P is directly proportional to T law. And then volume half, then again pressure will become doubled. So pressure actually it should be 1 atm pressure under STP conditions. Now it is 4 atm. Otherwise, no regrets if you are solving like this. That is a very good thing. Just go like this and you will be getting exactly 4 atm pressure. Now, individual pressures. Partial pressure of hydrogen is equals to total pressure 4 atm into mole fraction of it. Mole fraction means number of moles of this by total number of moles. Total number of moles are 1. So 4 into 1 by 2 is 2 atm. Partial pressure of nitrogen. Total pressure 4 atm. Number of moles of nitrogen 1 by 4 by 1 atm. If you want to add extra pressure of oxygen, you can take total pressure minus these 2 pressures. Otherwise, if you want to go this formula only 4 into 1 by 4 by 1, number of moles of this is again 1 by 4, total moles is 1. So this is also 1 atm. Okay, I don't want to make it clumsy. I remove this one. Yeah, this is the way to solve the questions. What we did here, I just repeat this and we'll take leave here. 1 gram, 7 gram, 8 grams are given. So first we are finding number of moles. Then total number of moles. Is asking total pressure. PV is equal to nRT, P is equal to nRT by V. Number of moles. R value, temperature, volume. We got the pressure. Partial pressures, total pressure into mole fraction. Mole fraction means number of moles of that by total number of moles. Okay, so these kind of questions you can expect here. Dalton's law means the total pressure is equals to sum of the individual pressures. Conditions at temperature and volume, constant condition. Second thing is non-reacting gaseous mixture. Aqueous tension means saturated water vapor pressure. Okay, so meet you some other time with some other lecture. Good day.